the promotion and protection of human rights should be based on the principles of cooperation and genuine dialogue.
International cooperation as a basis for achieving substantial progress in the area of human rights.
That the international community should strengthen cooperation.
I give the floor to United Nations Watch.
Thank you, Mr. President. Article 1 of the Vienna Declaration, the states assembled here are committed to protect all human rights. Is the Council living up to its obligation? Let us consider what the whole world is seeing today in the news. If we open up the daily newspaper, we see major stories. Today's paper reports that Russia has invaded its neighbor Ukraine, an act of naked aggression in violation of the United Nations Charter and of fundamental human rights, including the right to free elections. Why is there not a single resolution in this Council's agenda for this session for the victims in Ukraine? In Venezuela, 6 of this Council's human rights experts have asked the government for prompt clarification of allegations of abuse against anti-government protesters.
We have a point of order from Venezuela, please. Venezuela has the floor. Thank you, Mr. President. This is a point of order on a procedural matter. Under item 8 of the agenda, we must comment the Vienna Programme of Action and declaration. Therefore, we are not speaking of country situations, and we ask the speaker to respect the agenda. Otherwise, we will have to interrupt him once again. Thank you. I thank Venezuela. As I have said in other contexts, I would wish the speaker to focus on the agenda item under debate, the follow-up and implementation of the Vienna Declaration and Programme of Action. The speaker must focus on these and may not diverge from these. I give the floor to the speaker once again.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think my point has been made. I am referring to the Vienna Declaration, which reaffirms the universal human rights, fundamental civil and political liberties guaranteed in the Universal Declaration. Turkey has retained its distinction as having the most journalists in prison, and now Prime Minister Erdogan has banned Twitter. Why is there no resolution on Turkey? When Iranian President Hassan Rouhani took office, he promised to improve on human rights, and yet the United Nations and the 2 reports that are before us are telling us the exact opposite. The regime is hanging more people, arresting more human rights defenders, persecuting more religious minorities than ever before. The United Nations Secretary General has sharply rebuked President Rouhani for failing to improve human rights since taking office in August. Despite what he called commendable steps, the Secretary General said he was particularly concerned about the increased use of capital punishment. 500 people are known to have been executed last year, including 57 in public. These include 27 women and 2 children. The Secretary General has expressed concern over arbitrary detention, unfair trials, discrimination against minorities, mistreatment of political prisoners, restrictions on freedom of expression. There is one resolution on Iran, Mr. President, but it's weak. Instead, we have 5 resolutions on Israel. Is this proportional, Mr. President? Thank you.